Alright guys, welcome back to another episode of Toy Collector Review with me, Sergeant Geek. And continuing on our Transformer review, we're going to be looking at some figures from the video game Fall of Cybertron. Now these are some really cool figures we're going to look at today. But first guys, we only have 33 subscribers to this channel, and we need to get to at least to 100 before we can start that giveaway. So if you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, go down below, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification so you can be notified every time I put out a new video. Get us up to that 100 subscriber point and we'll be able to start the giveaway. I got 5 prizes I'm going to be giving out this first giveaway run. And like I told you guys in past videos, I'm going to be trying to do these giveaways as often as possible. So the more subscribers we get, the more often I can do giveaways and the better the prizes will be as we move along with this channel. So once again, we're going to be looking at some figures from the Fall of Cybertron. Like I said, these are some really cool figures. I love the way this whole video game plays out from the War of Cybertron and the Fall. This is an excellent video game. If you haven't played it, go ahead, pick it up. You'll really get into it, especially the storyline, especially if you're a big Transformer fan like I am. But right now, let's go ahead and let's just get into these action figures. Alright guys, and to start us off today, we have here is Jazz. Now Jazz kind of looks similar to his G1 cartoon counterpart. Almost similar, and with the wheels over at his feet, he kind of looks like the form from the Michael Bay Transformer movies. He's kind of like a combination of the two. I think it's really cool. His transformation is really easy. I have all the instructions for these guys, but I can pretty much do them without the instructions because it's so simple and it's quick to do, and they look cool in either form, whether in their futuristic Cybertron auto mode or in their robot mode. But let's go ahead and let's take a look at Jazz transform. Alright guys, as you can see here, his Cybertronian vehicle mode looks really cool, and you can tell by the mirror on the bottom, his transformation is really simple. You got a spot on the top to actually hold his weapon up there. And as you can see on the side, he has 2 other ports there where you can throw the weapon on either side. And I think with the video game, because a lot of the weapons can be transferred to different characters in the game, I think you can actually kind of do the same thing with these guys in the action figures. It's pretty cool. Once again, I like the way his transformation is. He's a cool car. The only thing is you kind of see his feet and hands exposed in the back. Wish they would have done something about it, but it is what it is. It's still a cool looking car. Now let's take a look at the next Transformer. Alright guys, now the next Autobot we have here is Sidewinder. Now as you can see, Sidewinder looks similar to Jazz. It's definitely a different car, you can tell by the hood, but the transformation is identical. They transform the same way, and as you can see here, he has one of those Cybertronian weapons. Now in the game, I believe these weapons come out of their arms, but for the action figures, they made them for pistol grip, which I think is still a pretty cool idea. So you can have them with guns or without guns. To me, it was a better choice. But let's go ahead and let's take a look at Sidewinder in his vehicle mode. Alright guys, here he is in vehicle mode. Now as you can see in vehicle mode, he looks totally different than Jazz, but they are the same size and they had the same transformation to go from robot to vehicle mode. Now one thing you're going to notice with these War of Cybertron vehicle modes is all the Autobots don't seem to have a front windshield. It seems like they have side windows but no front windshields. And I'm assuming because on Cybertron nobody drives them. Tell me what you think, leave me a comment below. Tell me why you think they don't have any windshields in the front but on the sides they do. But right now, let's go ahead and attach Sidewinder's gun to his vehicle mode so we can check that out. Pop the gun on the side mount and there you go. You have a Cybertronian ready to go high-powered speedster. Now the rifle is almost as big as Sidewinder and the barrel extends even further when he's in robot mode. Now I don't like putting it like that because when you try to put the rifle in Sidewinder's hands with the barrel fully extended, you gotta pose him in a funny way because the rifle is just too heavy for the figure and he ends up toppling over. But with the extended short like this, you can actually pose him up pretty good. I think it's pretty cool that the way they did this, where you can put the weapons on the side, kind of like the way they look in the video game. It is one of those little features that the toy companies do that makes the figure a little bit better in my eyes. But let's go ahead and let's take a look at another figure right now. Alright guys, next on the list we have the leader of the Autobots himself, Optimus Prime. Now, I don't know about you, but to me he is one of the coolest characters in Transformers. And as you can see here, the red and blue, he's kind of like just before he actually became the G1, how he was on Cybertron, which is one of those details once again that I love the way that the Transformers and High Moon did with the video game, and they brought it out to the toy line. They actually let you see what the possibility of what they look like on Cybertron before they came to Earth. Now, once again, Optimus is a cool figure. I actually, in my office, have a complete shelf dedicated to different variations of the Optimus Prime toy line. But let's go ahead and let's take a look at Optimus in his vehicle mode. Alright guys, here he is in vehicle mode, and once again he is an awesome futuristic looking truck. This looks like something that would come from the minds of Elon Musk and Tesla, and it would be really cool if they ever did a electric truck like this. But once again, Optimus Prime is one of the best figures from any Transformer line. It is just one, if you're a Transformer, you definitely got to get all the different variations of him. He is one of the coolest figures to have. Alright guys, so let's go and check out another Transformer in this line. Alright guys, the next Transformer from this line is Ultra Magnus. Now, if you look at him real close, he is the exact same mold as Optimus Prime, just in a different color. And I do not recall seeing him in the game at all. But I think this is the way that the toy companies go to just get some more Transformers down the line and push out more product. But all in all, I still gotta get him because it is Ultra Magnus, and I do have the G1 version of him. He comes with a sword along with the weapon, just like Optimus Prime, but unfortunately Optimus Prime never came with his axe. I thought it would have been cool if he came with the axe. But anyway, let's go ahead and let's transform Ultra Magnus. Alright guys, here he is in vehicle mode. Once again, he is the exact as Optimus Prime. Hasbro just went and used the exact same mold, changed the paint scheme and popped on a different head, and there you go, Ultra Magnus. I think Hasbro should have went a different route with his vehicle mode, made him look a little bit different, kind of like what they did with Sidewinder and Jazz. But Hasbro just went out at this point and was pumping out as many figures as they possibly could. But I still like the game, I like the figures from the game, so I try to collect as many of them as I possibly can while they were on the shelves. This is a cool figure nonetheless. I wish it would have been a little bit different, but you don't always get what you wish for. So let's go ahead and let's look at one more from this line. Alright guys, now here we have Air Raid. Now Air Raid, I believe he's in the game. I'm pretty sure I saw him in it. I believe he was with the Seekers of Thundercracker, Skywarp, and Starscream and turned away from them. I'm not 100% sure. I'm going to actually have to go back and play the game again and check it out. But he is part of the Aerial Bots, if I'm not mistaken, from G1. And here, he doesn't transform specifically into a plane. He transforms into this pretty cool looking spaceship. So let's go ahead and let's take a look at his vehicle mode right now. Alright guys, here he is in his vehicle mode, and once again he makes a really cool starship, and I like the way they actually incorporate his weapons into his vehicle mode. As you can see, one of his swords is on the top, it splits off, I guess it kind of makes wings, and then his other large gun looking sword actually goes down the middle to continuation of the hull of the ship. Once again, it's really cool. I like the way they did this. It is a really cool design for the starship, and it looks very like something that you would see on Cybertron. Once again guys, these are some very cool figures. That about wraps it up for these figures right now. So let's go ahead and end this video right here. Alright guys, that wraps up another video here. Once again, if you're not subscribed to the channel, go below, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification so you can be notified every time I put a video up on this channel. And once again, once we hit that 100 subscriber mark, we're gonna be doing that giveaway. So guys, keep an ear out for that. Make sure you're paying attention, because you could be giving up a chance to win some free prizes on this channel here. Once again, I'm Sergeant Geek, and I'm signing off.